James Degale versus Andre Dirrell for the vacant IBF super middleweight title. If this fight happens, it looks like it will. Negotiations have started between the Degale camp and the Dirrell camp. Dirrell's obviously with Al Heyman. James Degale's with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Sport. If the negotiations go well, they'll fight. If they don't go well, Degale will fight it'll go to purse bids, but it doesn't have to. If Dirrell wants to go in a different direction, he can. And then Degale would have to fight the next down the line. I can't remember who it is at the moment. But anyway, let's assume this fight goes ahead between Degale and Dirrell. It's interesting. Both guys are southpaws. Both guys are rangy. Both guys are switch hitters. They can actually switch between southpaw and orthodox, although they normally primarily fight out of the southpaw stance. I think that Degale is a bit better on the inside. I think if it did come down to heart and desire, I think Degale's a bit better in that department than Andre Dirrell, who's had a few questionable performances in terms of showing that mental fortitude. But Dirrell's taller. I think he's probably got a bit longer arms than Degale. Degale's got long arms himself, but I think Dirrell's arms are even longer. He's about 6'2". And crucially, I think this could be the deciding factor in the fight, personally. Andre Dirrell is, at least to my eyes, quicker than James Degale. So you couple the extra speed, hand speed and foot speed. He's just more of an athlete than Degale. Couple the extra hand speed and foot speed with height and reach. And me personally, I'd be favoring Andre Dirrell in that fight. I think Andre Dirrell would take the fight on points. It's a competitive fight. It's a good fight. I'm not counting James Degale out. But stylistically, I think this is a tricky matchup for him. Very tricky matchup. Anyone else outside of Andre Ward, I'd probably make Degale the favorite to beat them at this point in time in the 168-pound division. But Andre Dirrell is very, very tricky. And Degale himself knows it because he's talked about it at the press conference and he said this is a very, very tough fight. So he knows what it is. He's not under any illusions. And I'm sure he believes that this is a much tougher fight in his mind than the Carl Froch fight would have been. And I agree. I think personally that he'd beat Carl Froch. That's just my opinion. But as far as Dirrell, I don't know. Stylistically, if I was Degale's manager, I wouldn't like this fight for him, But drop your comments below. Maybe you disagree. Maybe you think that James Degale can get it done. He has shown improved power ever since he's recovered from this long-term groin injury that he's had. Someone in my Facebook boxing group said that they think Degale can stop Dirrell. I'm not so sure about that. Even with the improved power, I'm not so sure about that. I don't think Dirrell's going to be that easy to hit. I think it's going to be difficult for Degale to get the kind of shots on that he needs to be able to take Andre Dirrell out. So I'll be going with Dirrell in the fight, but if you feel different, explain why in the comment section below. Explain and let me know how you see the fight playing out. Yeah? It's your boy Hatman, I'm out.